You want to get yourself in the frame here?
Are you framing me? Who Framed Roger Rabbit? One of the greatest movies Disney ever put out.
I have never seen it.
Because you're lame.
Should we watch it tonight?
No, I don't want to watch it.
Well, then, it must not be the greatest movie ever to come out. Hey everybody, I'm Amanda.
I'm Mike.
And we are the Hides Do Disney. So, welcome back to another video from the office.
Yay.
Look, we have things on the wall now.
Not the things that are supposed to be there, but
nope, but
good enough.
There's at least something on the wall now, and you can see my pins are back there. So we're gonna talk about
movies.
Movies. Oh, Mike's got a whole list of them on his phone. So we're going to talk about our favorite and least favorite Disney movies in different categories. So in just animated Disney movies, live action movies, and then live action remakes. And we should probably also throw Pixar in there too.
Yeah, but Pixar could be an animated
No, I think you need to separate it.
Okay, that's fair.
So let's start with Mike's favorite Disney cartoon animated movie.
That's a tough one. Because I'm looking through this list here and I'm like, I like that one, I love that one, I love that one, I love that one.
I mean, you can pick a couple. I'm not going to say you can only choose one, but you can only choose one.
One that I always liked was Aladdin, though. I say Aladdin's always one that is my favorite, because Genie is my favorite Disney character. I mean, there's some bad ones in here, but some I haven't
Well, we'll
seen.
get to the bad ones. I want your good ones.
I would say that would be my favorite over all of them.
Yeah. I would probably agree with Aladdin, but I also have quite the obsession with Ursula and The Little Mermaid. But what's weird is that, like, I don't seek out to watch The Little Mermaid. I seek out to watch Aladdin. Like, The Little Mermaid, I have to be in the mood for. Aladdin, I could literally throw on any time or day and be there for it. And Josiah's obsessed with it too now. But
Yep.
I would say, like, if I had to pick a top three, it would be Aladdin, The Little Mermaid, and then Beauty and the Beast.
I'm surprised you haven't brought that one up.
And number 4 would definitely be Lion King.
I would go with
Oh, but there's so many that
Aladdin.
I like. There's so many I like.
Aladdin, Lilo and Stitch,
Another underrated movie. Underrated.
and probably, I don't know. That's a hard one. Like, I'd say Lion King, but it seems too cliche.
It's okay to be cliche, though.
That's not, though.
Also, I totally forgot. I scratched everything that I just said, so we'll pretend like I didn't even say those other movies.
You did. They're already locked in. You can't change it now.
No, I have to.
Nope.
I will give up all of the movies that I just said for one.
Okay, that's fair.
Pocahontas.
Yeah.
I was just saying the other day to somebody that was watching Pocahontas, I was like, literally, I hear that first drum beat, that, and I'm all in. I'm ready to go. Yep, Pocahontas. I don't know why I didn't say that.
That's another one of my top 4.
Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah,
I knew that.
That's one of the other super underrated movies that's hilarious.
Yeah, so what about least favorite?
James and the Giant Peach.
That's not a cartoon. Well,
It's considered a cartoon. It's animated.
But I would say that's live action. But that's
No,
okay.
it's animated. That's because I'm looking at an animated list here, and I'm like,
Okay.
that's a horrible one.
Why? Okay, so why don't you like James and the Giant Peach?
I don't like that animation.
Because I used to love that movie.
I love the story of James and the Giant Peach as a kid.
I love.
I don't like that interpretation of James and the Giant Peach. Oliver and Company. I do not like that movie. I think it's stupid.
Well, it's the story of Oliver Twist, but with dogs in New York City.
It's annoying.
You don't like the classic Billy Joel song? Why should I worry? Why should I care?
Nope, don't like it.
Okay, great.
You're gonna hate me for this one. The Aristocrats.
I don't hate you for that. Like,
Some people don't. I don't think it's the worst Disney movie, but it's one of my top 5. Like, I don't really like that movie. Great Mouse Detective also is the other one.
So my number one is 100%. I could tell you, like, you know, my least favorite? The Rescuers.
You never actually watched it.
I've watched it, I believe, once. I'll have to rewatch it now that I'm an adult. But The Rescuers does nothing for me. Like, we watched Sword in the Stone recently. Didn't really get into that
that's a
either.
good one.
I know. I didn't get into it, but it's also, I didn't watch as a kid, so it didn't bring back that nostalgia for me.
I'll have to turn it up. How about underrated Disney movies?
Oh, the one that's right there on the screen, Hunchback of Notre Dame. Number one underrated Disney.
See, I'm gonna throw
of the Renaissance era.
we won't play the Renaissance. I say I already said it. Was
Lilo and Stitch and Emperor's New Groove.
Emperor's New Groove. Atlantis.
Oh, see, I never really.
Atlantis, Treasure Planet.
Yeah, I never got into those two. They were those lost movies.
Brother Bear.
Again, lost movie.
Meet the Robinsons.
Oh my gosh, I love Meet the Robinsons. Got a big head, little arms.
On your thing. And then all the Studio Ghibli movies.
I don't know what that
Which
is.
probably didn't watch them. You're into any sort of like anime. So it would be Spirited Away, Ponyo, Howl's Castle, Howl's Moving Castle, The Secret World of Arrietty. All great movies.
I'm just gonna stick with Hunchback because it has arguably the most intricate music. Like the music in, I mean, they turned it into a musical, but it's literally just Hellfire is such a good song. Topsy Turvy, Out There, God Help the Outcast. Like these songs are just so good, and like I love the Sanctuary song. That's what it's called in the album, where they're going into the sanctuary area, and it's just so good.
Well,
Hunchback.
Hunchback is a good movie.
So
it's not one I can
good.
watch all the time, though. I can't constantly
Well,
watch
yeah,
it.
because it's so intense. That's the thing, is that it's such an intense movie.
It's such a dark movie. I think that's the
so
hardest part
good.
about it. It's like the darkest Disney movie. DuckTales, there's a movie in there. I don't consider
Woo!
DuckTales because that was a TV show. So same with Goofy. I think the Goofy movies are great. They're underrated, but I don't feel like.
To each other's heart.
But I feel like they categorize as like a Disney movie, even though they are.
Yeah. Okay, so why don't we go to live action? Not remakes, but live action Disney movies.
Can it be movies that they own now or movies that they actually produced?
I would say movies that they have produced. So no, you cannot include the original 3 Star Wars.
That's why I was asking. That's what I was saying.
Mine's super easy. Mary Poppins. Super easy. Followed closely by Bedknobs and Broomsticks, because that movie is just insane. Again, same reason that like Hunchback is insane. The music's just amazing.
I'm trying to think of live action Disney because I don't think of Disney as a live action movie group.
I mean, you can go with more recent. I mean, they've made Marvel movies and Star Wars movies.
But it's like, that's like, to me, that's like they bought something and created and then stole like IP and then created a movie off of that IP. So it's like, it's hard to, I'm looking up, like trying to look at all the live action. It's giving me all the remakes. Other than Marvel movies and Star Wars movies, I don't really watch anything else that's live action. I mean, as a kid, I loved Herbie. I think Herbie was a great series. Not like the
Lindsay Lohan
one, but like the original classics are great. Bedknobs and Broomsticks is great. Mary Poppins is great. Anything with Dick Van Dyke as Disney is great.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some classics out there, but that's nothing really that like modern for me that stands out. Maybe I'm just totally just being blank.
Yeah.
Blank brain.
Yeah. Obviously, we want you guys to comment down below your favorites and least favorites. But definitely with live actions, we're probably missing like a big live action movie, and then we're gonna go, oh.
Because I was also thinking like Indiana Jones, and I'm like, was that produced by 20th Century Fox, or was that produced by, I
think it was Fox.
Because I think the Fox group did a ton of movies before Disney actually acquired them.
Yeah. So I guess we're not doing least favorite then, since you can't even come up with a favorite. So then let's go to live action remakes. Hey Mike, what was your favorite live action remake?
Well, I don't know. I mean, probably Aladdin again.
Thank you. I'm like sitting here like, is there a question of that? Because, like, I haven't not liked any of the live action remakes. We haven't seen Dumbo yet. I've heard it's really good, but we haven't seen it. Obviously Mulan hasn't come out yet. But Aladdin was just so good.
Aladdin was very good. I think it was the underrated one of them all.
Yeah, well, because as we've talked about many a time, everybody was hyped up for The Lion King, and even though that wasn't really a live action, it was CGI. So then everything else kind of was like, oh, well, who cares about Aladdin? It's not going to be that good, and nobody can compare to Robin Williams.
Pirates of the Caribbean are all Disney movies.
Well, now we know.
What am I thinking?
Well, too late. We went to the next segment. You lose.
Yeah, but I would say Aladdin's my favorite live remake. The worst one?
The Haunted Mansion?
Ooh, yeah, that is
Thank
probably...
you for... I just started thinking about, like, different areas of...
Yeah, that would actually probably be the worst one.
What were you going to say?
The Lion King. I don't like The Lion King. I think it's a stupid... Like, you didn't make a live action movie.
Oh, you're talking now about...
Remakes.
Yeah, I didn't mind it, but it just wasn't what I wanted it. Like, everybody was saying it was so good, but it literally was the exact same movie except for Beyonce doing her little riffs.
So thinking of live action movies that we didn't think about?
Well, I kind of put that into, like, I'm
going to do some research and kind of go through, like, what's live action, what's not. Because they put out a lot, but some of the stuff is absolutely horrible. Like
Beverly Hills Chihuahua, too.
Spooky Buddies. Come on now.
And then what was the other one? Oh, Pixar. What's your favorite Pixar movie? Excuse me, no sign of
intelligence anywhere. Like, Toy Story is obviously the best Pixar movie.
Yeah, the franchise. Like, I can't even classify it as one movie because it's just the franchise is the best.
I mean, the first one is the best one. That's the first one everyone started with. It's the first one everyone fell in love with. I mean, has Pixar put out a bad movie?
They've put out some that haven't performed as well.
Yes, okay. But the question is Pixar put out a bad movie?
No. Like, the only one that I can think of that was like, meh, like, it's good, but like, meh, was The Good Dinosaur. Like, it's good, but...
it was good. I love their shorts, too. I think their shorts are always good.
Yeah.
Out of this whole list of what's available, my least favorite one would be A Bug's Life.
See, my least favorite is definitely The Incredibles.
You're wrong.
I love The Incredibles too. I loved Incredibles too. I could watch that movie 100 times. I was not a huge Incredibles fan growing up.
So I just don't think that Bug's Life's not a bad movie, but it's just not, I don't know. I just didn't like it.
I think my favorite is Monsters, Inc. Or Ratatouille.
Ratatouille's... I think
Ratatouille... Nope, I take it back. Ratatouille's my favorite.
I think Ratatouille's the most underrated movie out of the whole entire group.
But they're getting a ride in
I think it is one of the better
World.
movies. I'm just trying to go through them all. I'm like, Wally's great, Up's great, all the Toy Stories, all the Cars, Brave, Monsters, all the Monsters, Inside Out,
I'm not a huge
Dory,
fan of
Coco.
Cars.
I love Coco.
Yeah, we love Coco. And then, I mean, Onward just came out, and we saw that, and it's going to be on Disney Plus in like a week.
Yeah, the 4th?
4th or the 5th?
Which is Friday. 4th is Friday, yeah. No, 4th is Saturday.
That's the 3rd, yeah. I don't remember. It's coming out in a couple weeks, and we loved it. We saw it in the theaters.
Yeah, I'll watch it a bunch of times. It's really good.
So, and hopefully Josiah likes it and can get into something else besides watching Aladdin 18 million times, because I want to keep loving it so much. Any honorable mentions of movies that we didn't really talk about? That you're like... Honorable mention, Finding Nemo.
Yeah, the Nemos are both great. There's a lot of movies. Like, I'd have to go through like the live action ones. Like, it's so weird to think about all the live action ones they've actually done. Like, Prince of Persia was in there. We just talked about Pirates of the Caribbean, which is another great series. It's like, I don't forget.
Yeah, and then what about new acquisitions? AKA, what was your favorite Star Wars or Marvel movie since they've acquired?
I think the most recent one, The Rise of Skywalker, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I think that was...
that again.
I think The Rise of Skywalker was my most favorite one.
Yeah.
I think that one, it literally put a cap on the end of it. I think it was a great movie. I think they've done a good job with them. Some people don't agree. Like, oh, they ruined the franchise. I'm like, did you see episodes 1, 2, and 3? I mean, I also really like those too, because that was what I grew up watching, and that's what came up when I was younger. So,
yeah.
I still love the original 3 episodes, 4, 5, and 6, but
Yeah.
they're great. All of Marvel's been great. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Captain America, so I didn't really like the Captain America, Captain America, Winter Soldier, or any of those.
Girls, we know what's up.
We know I was really never a big fan of the Hulk, even though I like the Hulk. I think they did a really good job, though, with just putting the Avengers together. I'm a Tony Stark fan. I love Iron Man.
Yeah.
I think all Infinity War and all those movies were great. I think Thanos was great. I think merging all the universes together.
Yeah.
I think out of all the Marvel movies,
I'm a Peter Quill fan.
all of my movies, my favorite is definitely Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, definitely.
Guardians is probably my favorite one.
Hey!
We've done this so many times now.
What? Follow
So,
me on TikTok, Adam and Hyde.
Yeah, you weirdo. So, I mean, there's a lot of good movies.
Yeah. Why didn't we talk about that?
Oh.
Whoa,
you mean
honorable
Baymax?
mention. Big Hero 6.
Oh, yeah, Hero 6. This is why. Because on my phone is the wifey and I. It's gonna be all blurry. There it is. And Baymax. And here, that goes away.
Well, just Hero. I mean, just Baymax.
Just Baymax, yeah. We don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, and RIP to that whole park.
It'll be back much bigger and better, but that's a different story.
So, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We would love to hear down in the comments below what your favorite and least favorite Disney movies are. If we missed like a huge movie that, I mean, we probably did. I mean, I didn't mention basically all of the princess movies. Yes, we know Frozen is great. Frozen 2 is fantastic. But yeah, definitely let us know what your favorite and least favorite animation and live action and remakes and Pixar movies are, and we'd love to.
Yeah, if you're having a face palm, like, why are they not talking about this movie?
We do that all the time watching videos.
Let us know, because I'm like, there's a lot of times where we have a track set of what we want to think about, and
you're like, how did you forget?
Yeah, because some people are more familiar with other movies than we are. So yeah, there's probably a bunch of movies that we forgot that we're like, and then you guys are sitting there screaming on the other end, what a bunch of idiots, why do they not know what they're talking about? Which I don't, but that's okay. I have opinions.
Yeah. Alright, well, I guess we will see you guys next time then.
Bye.
Bye.